Don't have time to spell my name right, I won't spell yours right either. I'm a nurse at this small long-term care hospital, and my name is super French. Like, it has way more letters than it needs to have. People misspell it constantly, and I don't really care. But I will correct you until you get it right. I even have this little trick I teach people to help them remember how to spell it. Takes like 10 seconds to explain. Not a big deal. We had this CNA working with us named Ashley who thought she was basically a doctor. CNAs are nursing assistants. They help with basic patient care. Important job, but they're not nurses. Ashley wore a white coat to work every single day, like she was some kind of surgeon. Most nurses don't even wear white coats anymore. They're outdated and kind of pretentious. She would walk around the hospital acting like she owned the place. She'd demand that nurses give medications without even telling us what was going on with the patient first. She'd yell at other coworkers in front of everyone, talk down to families like they were stupid for asking questions. And patients. Oh man, the way she talked to patients made my blood boil. Super condescending, like they were children who couldn't understand anything. Everyone hated working with her. But she mostly worked nights, which meant she could avoid all the supervisors who would have shut her down immediately. Lucky for her. Unlucky for me, I got scheduled for a night shift with her last month. In every patient room, there's this whiteboard where we write our names so patients know who's taking care of them. Usually the CNA gets there first and writes everyone's names up. I walked into my first patient's room and looked at the board. She spelled my name completely wrong, not even close. I grabbed the marker and fixed it. Then I went to the next room, wrong again. And the next room, also wrong. She had spelled my name wrong in literally every single room. I found her in the hallway and tried to be nice about it. Hey Ashley, I noticed you spelled my name wrong on all the boards. I fixed them, but just so you know for next time, here's how it's spelled. I even started to tell her my little memory trick. She cut me off and snapped at me in this nasty tone. I don't have time for that. Then she rolled her eyes and walked away. I just stood there for a second. This girl had time to wear a white coat and pretend she was a doctor. Had time to boss everyone around and talk down to patients, but didn't have time to learn how to spell a coworker's name correctly. That's when I decided I was done being nice. I walked back to the nurses station and grabbed a marker. CNAs get assigned way more patients than nurses do, like twice as many. So Ashley had her name on a lot of boards. I went into every single room she was assigned to, and I changed the spelling of her name to the longest, most ridiculous, completely wrong version I could think of. Her name is Ashley. Super simple. 4 letters if you don't count the Y. I spelled it Ashleghy. In every room. Capital A, then Schleighthe. It looked absolutely insane. I made sure to write it really neat too, so it looked official and intentional. Then I went back to my rounds like nothing happened. About an hour later, I heard Ashley's voice echoing down the hallway. She was yelling, "What the hell is this? Who did this?" I peeked out of my patient's room and saw her standing in the hallway holding a marker, staring at one of the boards. She looked at it, then looked down the hall at all the other rooms like she was realizing the full extent of what I'd done. She stormed up to the nurse's station where I was charting. She slammed her hands on the desk and goes, "Did you spell my name like that in all my rooms?" I looked up at her super calm and said, "Oh, sorry, I don't have time for that." Then I went right back to my charting. Her face turned bright red. She opened her mouth to say something, but nothing came out. She knew exactly what I was doing, and she knew she couldn't say anything about it without looking like a complete hypocrite. She grabbed a marker and had to go to every single one of her rooms to fix it. Took her like 20 minutes. I watched her walk past me like 4 times, marker in hand, fuming. The other nurses who were there that night thought it was hilarious. One of them told me later that Ashley had gone to the break room and complained about me to anyone who would listen. But nobody felt bad for her because everyone knew how she treated people. Here's the best part. For the rest of that shift and every shift after, Ashley spelled my name correctly. Every single time. No mistakes, no complaints. She even started writing it really carefully, like she was making sure to get every letter right. It was actually kind of funny watching her concentrate so hard on something she claimed she didn't have time for. She never said another word to me about it, and I never had to correct her spelling again.